Newcastle are looking for new options, so from discussing a huge potential free blockbuster move, to unveiling Newcastle's scouting mission in Spain, to revealing the massive player-agent comments regarding a move to Newcastle United, plus who's the exciting Premier League fullback Newcastle are looking to sign, and what's the latest on Anthony Gordon's future. Join us as we'll break it all down and discuss the latest Newcastle United transfer news.
Let's go!
Starting off, Newcastle United have reportedly made contact over a potential move for Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic as uncertainty continues to surround the Serbian forward's future in Turin. Vlahovic's current contract situation has placed several European clubs on alert, with Juventus still yet to fully resolve his long-term future. Injuries have disrupted parts of his season, including recent groin and calf problems, but the 25-year-old has still shown flashes of his quality at key moments. The striker recently scored the winning goal against Lecce, before also finding the net against Hellas Verona, helping Juventus strengthen their push for a Champions League place. Despite a difficult campaign overall, his goals continue to prove decisive when the pressure is highest. According to reports in Italy, Newcastle are now among the clubs exploring the possibility of signing him. Totosport claim the Magpies have made inquiries to better understand the financial demands involved in any potential deal. With Vlahovic potentially available as a free agent, Newcastle appear interested in assessing whether an agreement could realistically be reached. However, completing such a move would be far from straightforward. Interest from Bayern Munich, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid has also been mentioned, although none of those clubs have progressed into advanced negotiations so far. One complication is believed to be Vlahovic's desire for guaranteed high-level European football. Reports suggest the striker wants to continue competing in the Champions League, which could weaken Newcastle's position if Eddie Howe's side fail to secure European qualification. The striker is also thought to be wary of situations where he would not be the undisputed first-choice option. Bayern Munich's interest, for example, has reportedly cooled because Vlahovic does not want to play behind Harry Kane. Atletico Madrid are another club monitoring the situation, though questions remain over how much playing time would be available there unless Alexander Sorloth leaves. From Newcastle's perspective, the appeal is obvious. At his best, Vlahovic remains one of Europe's most dangerous centre-forwards. Even during difficult periods at Juventus, particularly under Max Allegri's defensive system, he still managed to produce goals consistently when given opportunities. Physically dominant, clinical in the box and capable of scoring spectacular finishes, he would add another elite-level attacking option to Eddie Howe's squad. There are risks attached, though. Injury concerns have become more frequent over the past season, particularly muscle-related issues, and Newcastle would also need to consider the overall financial package carefully. While there may be no transfer fee involved, Vlahovic would still command enormous wages, alongside a significant signing-on bonus and substantial agent commissions. For Newcastle, the situation may ultimately come down to whether the club believe the Serbian's talent outweighs the financial and fitness concerns attached to the deal. But would you want Newcastle to sign him? Then Newcastle United's search for attacking reinforcements appears to be gathering pace, with fresh reports from Spain suggesting the Magpies are closely monitoring Real Betis winger Abde Ezzalzouli. According to Diario de Sevilla, Newcastle are showing very strong interest in the Moroccan international, and even sent a representative to watch him during Betis's 2-1 victory over Elche on Tuesday night. The result secured Champions League qualification for Betis, marking their return to Europe's top competition for the first time in over 2 decades. Ezzalzouli once again played an important role in what has been an impressive campaign for the Spanish side. The 24-year-old has enjoyed arguably the best season of his career, producing 9 goals and 9 assists in 27 appearances across all competitions. His pace, direct dribbling and ability to attack defenders one-on-one have made him one of Betis's standout performers. Newcastle are not believed to be alone in their admiration, however. The report claims Aston Villa are also tracking the winger closely, while former club Barcelona continue to monitor his development. Several Bundesliga sides are also said to be interested, highlighting the growing competition for his signature. With uncertainty continuing to surround Anthony Gordon's future, Newcastle's interest in Ezzalzouli makes plenty of sense. Gordon has been heavily linked with Bayern Munich in recent weeks, and although Newcastle have publicly denied claims that personal terms are already agreed, speculation surrounding a possible summer exit refuses to disappear. That has naturally forced Newcastle to start considering possible replacements. While much of last summer's transfer focus centered around strengthening the right wing, eventually leading to the signing of Anthony Elanga from Nottingham Forest, attention now appears to be shifting towards the opposite flank. Ezel Zuli fits the profile Newcastle seem to be targeting under Eddie Howe and the club's recruitment team. Young, explosive, technically gifted and already gaining experience at a high European level. The Moroccan international would also continue the club's apparent trend of targeting emerging talent from leagues outside England. Recent links to players such as Antonio Nusa, Raul Fernandez Pardo, and Idrissa Toure suggest Newcastle are prioritizing dynamic young attackers capable of developing into elite-level players over time. Whether Betis will be willing to sell after qualifying for the Champions League remains another question entirely, especially with multiple clubs circling around one of their most exciting forwards. Still, if Gordon does depart this summer, Ezel Zuli is beginning to look like one of several names firmly on Newcastle's radar as the club prepares for another major transfer window. Then, in another development, while reports were recently claiming that Newcastle United may be monitoring FC Porto winger Oskar Piatkowski, but the teenager's representatives have made it clear that a summer transfer is not currently part of the plan. The 17-year-old has enjoyed a sensational breakthrough in Portugal since arriving from Polish side Jagiellonia earlier this year. Despite his age, Piatkowski has already made 15 appearances for Porto, scoring 3 goals and providing 2 assists as the club secured the Portuguese league title. His rapid rise has naturally attracted serious attention across Europe. Newcastle are among the clubs reported to be following his progress, alongside Premier League rivals Manchester United, Liverpool, Manchester City, and Chelsea. However, the players can't believe leaving Porto so soon would be the wrong move. Speaking to Portuguese outlet A Bola, agent Mariusz Piekarski strongly suggested Piatkowski will remain in Portugal for at least another season. "I believe he will stay at Porto for one more year," Piekarski explained. "There is huge interest in him, but changing clubs now would be complete madness." The agent stressed that the current focus is entirely on development, experience and long-term growth, rather than rushing towards a blockbuster transfer. "Oscar feels very happy at Porto. He's developing well and gaining valuable experience," he said. "Maybe after another season in the Portuguese league and after experiencing the Champions League, there could be discussions about the next step in his career." Piekarski also made it clear there is no pressure to force a move anytime soon. It's not essential that he leaves in a year either. Maybe it could happen in 2 years. Reports in Portugal suggest Porto are already preparing a new long-term contract for the teenager once he turns 18 later this month. The proposed agreement could keep him at the club until 2031, and may also include an increase to his current €60 million release clause. Everything coming from the players' camp indicates they fully support that direction. Piatkowski has quickly become one of the most exciting young players in Portuguese football under manager Francesco Farioli. His aggressive dribbling, direct running and fearless attacking style have made him one of the standout breakthrough stars of the season. Alongside his attacking output, the winger has also impressed with his work rate and intensity without the ball, qualities that naturally appeal to clubs like Newcastle. Piekarski also shared a remarkable story that highlights the youngster's commitment off the pitch. Following Porto's title celebrations, Piatkowski immediately traveled back to Poland in order to sit his secondary school exams the next morning. There were concerns about balancing football and school, but everything worked out perfectly, the agent revealed. They played late on Sunday night and his exam was the following morning. "I arranged a private jet to Modlin Airport where a driver was waiting so he could quickly shower and go straight to the exam." For now, despite Newcastle's interest and growing attention from several European giants, both Porto and the players' representatives appear convinced that continuing his development in Portugal remains the smartest decision for his career. However, in an exciting update, Newcastle United are reportedly keeping a close eye on Nottingham Forest defender Neco Williams, as Eddie Howe looks to strengthen and refresh his defensive options this summer. The Magpies are expected to target younger additions at the back during the upcoming transfer window, and Williams has now emerged as a serious candidate. One area Newcastle are particularly keen to improve is left-back depth. Lewis Hall established himself as first choice during the season, but beyond him, Howe has limited natural cover. Dan Burn has occasionally filled in on the left side, while Tino Livramento has also been forced to operate out of position when needed. Williams's versatility could make him an attractive solution. The Wales international has continued to impress for Nottingham Forest despite the club enduring another difficult Premier League campaign. Comfortable on either flank, energetic in transition and reliable defensively, the 25-year-old has developed into one of Forest's most consistent performers. According to BBC Sport journalist Sami Mokbel, Newcastle are among several Premier League clubs monitoring his situation ahead of the summer window. Manchester United, Aston Villa and Everton are also believed to be interested, with Nottingham Forest fully aware that growing attention is building around the defender. Forest are reportedly keen to protect themselves from potential bids by opening discussions over an improved contract, despite Williams still having 3 years remaining on his current deal. The defender joined Forest from Liverpool in 2022 for around £12 million and has since become an important figure at the City ground, making well over 150 appearances for the club. Given his Premier League experience, age profile and long-term contract, Newcastle would almost certainly need to pay a significant fee if they decide to pursue a deal. From Newcastle's perspective, the interest makes plenty of sense. Williams offers athleticism, versatility and top-flight experience while still being young enough to fit the club's longer-term recruitment strategy. His ability to play both left-back and right-back would also provide Howe with greater tactical flexibility across a demanding season. The biggest challenge may not simply be negotiating with Forest, but convincing the player himself. At Newcastle, Williams would likely arrive as competition and cover for Lewis Hall, rather than an automatic starter. With several other clubs interested, some potentially able to offer more guaranteed minutes, convincing him to move to St James's Park may not be straightforward. Still, from a squad-building perspective, Williams appears to fit many of the qualities Newcastle are currently searching for as they continue reshaping their defense for the future. Then speculation surrounding Anthony Gordon's future is continuing to intensify, with fresh reports suggesting the Newcastle United winger could be heading towards a summer exit. Questions over Gordon's future have grown louder after Eddie Howe left him on the bench in Newcastle's last 2 matches. Following the 1-1 draw with Nottingham Forest, Howe admitted he was looking to the future when discussing his team selection, a comment many supporters interpreted as a major hint regarding the winger's situation. Interest in the England international has been building for weeks, with both Bayern Munich and Barcelona linked with the 25-year-old attacker. TalkSport journalist Ben Jacobs reported that Bayern Munich had already reached broad terms with Gordon over a potential move to Germany. According to the report, discussions between Newcastle and Bayern are ongoing, although there remains a sizable difference in valuation. The Bundesliga champions are said to be hopeful of striking a deal, while Newcastle reportedly remain firm in demanding a fee above £75 million due to the growing interest in the player. However, those claims have quickly been challenged from Newcastle's side. The Chronicle's Lee Ryder reported that sources within Newcastle have strongly denied suggestions that Gordon has agreed personal terms with Bayern, insisting the information is not true. The club's stance suggests that while interest from Bayern is genuine, negotiations are still at an early stage and far from complete. Gordon is also expected to report to Benton for training, reinforcing the idea that no breakthrough has yet been made. Meanwhile, German journalist Florian Plettenberg has added further fuel to the speculation by claiming Gordon is open to leaving the Premier League in search of a fresh challenge abroad, with Bayern viewed as his preferred destination. According to Plettenberg, Bayern are prepared to offer Gordon a long-term contract running until 2031, while senior figures at the German club continue talks with Newcastle. Bayern's latest proposal is believed to be around €60 million, though Newcastle have yet to soften their demands. Despite an inconsistent season for Newcastle overall, Gordon has still delivered strong numbers in attack. The winger has scored 6 Premier League goals and registered 2 assists, while also contributing 17 goals across all competitions. His pace, pressing intensity and direct style remain a huge part of Eddie Howe's attacking setup, which is why interest from Europe's elite clubs continues to grow. Even French giants want him, as Team Talk claim Paris Saint-Germain have also held discussions regarding a possible move for Gordon as the French champions continue reshaping their squad following a period of transition. PSG are believed to view Gordon as the type of energetic, versatile attacker who fits their current recruitment strategy. Even so, Newcastle's position remains firm. The club are reportedly unwilling to entertain offers below £75 million and feel under little pressure to sell given Gordon remains under contract until 2030. Crucially, there is no release clause included in his deal, meaning Newcastle remain fully in control of any negotiations. As things stand, no agreement appears close. Gordon's absence from recent matchday action has only increased uncertainty surrounding his future. His last appearance came in Newcastle's 2-1 defeat to Crystal Palace back in April. Since then, he has missed games against Arsenal and Bournemouth, before remaining an unused substitute in matches against Brighton and Nottingham Forest. With only 2 fixtures remaining this season, against West Ham United and Fulham, there is growing uncertainty over whether Gordon will play for Newcastle again. Supporters are increasingly aware that the winger appears open to a major move away, creating a situation that mirrors last summer's uncertainty surrounding Alexander Isak. Then if you would like to know the Elliot Anderson and Newcastle United story, click the video link on screen now.